One day in Happy Town, in the stuffy hot classroom, Mr. Magic, a powerful wizard, was teaching his class of trainee fairies. One fairy in particular wasn't paying attention, as usual. She was chatting to her friends quietly, so she wasn't heard by Mr. Magic. Fortunately, her friends weren't listening to her. She was fed up, she said in a fed-up and moody way.
It's boring in here, and it's roasting. I'm going to take my wings off in a minute. I'm sick of seeing this classroom. I wish I was outside in the beautiful hot weather, and I wish I was playing tick-tock with you lot.
Mr. Magic overheard what the trainee fairy had said, and he yelled at the top of his voice.
Listen to me, young fairy. You think you know everything about spells and tricks? Why you don't keep this class under control as me?
The fairy was speechless. She didn't know what to do or what to say.
But...
But Mr. Magic interrupted her rudely.
But nothing. I'm not going to stand for this actual no longer. If you're going to throw me, you better get out of my classroom. I don't stand for this nonsense.
The fairy began to cry. She became very upset. Tears ran down her cheeks. She couldn't stand it any longer, so she stormed out of the classroom like a herd of elephants. She was fed up with being shouted and yelled at. Also, she was fed up of being sent out of the classroom all the time.
The fairy decided to take a stroll in the wood of Happy Town. It was so quiet there that she could hear a pin drop from the sky. She was so distraught that all she could do was to fly about in the heart of the woods. The sun reflected on her wings as she was swaying in and out of the trees, when suddenly she heard loud cries from a nearby tree. Maybe it was a young child. She decided to fly over to a tree to see what was happening. There at the bottom of the tree lay a small, sweet, innocent girl sobbing.
Hello, young girl. Are you all right? Where's your parents? Are you lost? What's wrong?
The fairy was very puzzled. She didn't know what to do. She felt very sorry for the poor girl. I haven't got any family. I haven't got a home. I don't have any friends, food, or anything to drink, and the only clothes I've got are the ones I'm wearing. The young girl began to sob again. Huge tears ran down her cheeks. The fairy saw how the young girl felt, and it touched her heart. The fairy thought long and hard while the little girl sobbed. Suddenly, ping, an idea popped into the fairy's head. The fairy smiled. The young girl suddenly saw the smile on the fairy's face and stopped crying. The fairy started to laugh.
Hee! I've got it! I've got a brilliant idea. I can make you rich and happy.
A smile formed on the girl's face. She was so happy she didn't know what to do. The fairy was pleased that she had made the little girl happy, and she was determined that she would get the spell right. She would show Mr. Magic, the fairy muttered under her breath.
I'll show Mr. Magic. Hee!
I'm so happy. How could I thank you? I really appreciate it. The girl appreciated the fairy's help to make her rich and happy. She could have cried with happiness. With 3 flicks of her wand and a whoosh and a bang, the poor girl turned into a... Oh no, it's happened again. She didn't turn into a princess, but a hairy, squawking bird.
This isn't right. This shouldn't have happened. I know. I'll try again.
The bird began to squawk.
Get me out of this mess at once. Make sure you get it right this time.
The fairy assures the bird she will get it right this time.
With a whoosh and a bang, the bird turned into... Oh no, it's happened again. She didn't turn into a beautiful princess, but an old beggar.
Oh no, what have I done? It's all gone wrong.
The beggar is really annoyed with the fairy.
What are you going to do about this? I'm no scraggly beggar and you're just standing there. Why are you getting all your spells wrong?
The fairy breaks the shocking news.
I knew I should have told you this before, but I am only a trainee fairy.
The beggar tuts, it's all gone wrong. The fairy tells the beggar to stay where she is while she goes to tell the wizard for help. The fairy arrived at Magic Wand's school for girls, where the wizard was busy reading his humongous book of spells. The fairy rushes in, puffing and panting with her last breaths.
Great, you're here. Please help me. Pretty please. I've done something terrible. It was an accident, honest. I didn't mean to do it.
The fairy panicked and pleaded at the wizard's feet. The wizard sighs.
Oh no, what have you done now?
Yeah. I need you to tell me what the spell is for making people rich and happy.
With a cheesy grin on her face.
What? You wouldn't be here asking me for help if you paid attention in the class. See, you're not even paying attention now.
The wizard is very angry.
I'm sorry, sir. I will do it from now on. Please help me.
I'm not going to tell you the spell, however, I'll give you this.
The wizard hands him a book of spells, which has every spell in the universe in it.
Be careful, some spells are dangerous. They can only be used by professionals. The fairy started to read the book that her wizard had given her. The book had 1,065 pages and 90 chapters. She could not get the thought of a poor girl out of her head. This made her more determined than ever to fulfill her task.
Oh no, I can't find it. This is ridiculous. Where could that spell be?
The fairy mutters to herself and panics.
Come on. Where are you? I haven't got all day, you know.
Something caught her eye.
Aha! Here it is. Now I can make the beggar's dream come true. I'll show the wizard I have some brains. I'm sure I have. My mum says I have one anyway, even if it is the size of a peanut.
The fairy flies back to the beggar and tries the spell for one last time.
The fairy returned to the beggar and told her she definitely knows the spell to make her rich and happy and successful in the future. For the last time she flipped her wand 3 times with a flish, bish, bang, boom, turning this beggar into a princess. The fairy says the spell.
Please let it go right. Flish, bish, bang, boom, turn into a princess.
With that there was a bang! The beggar was a princess. She had the finest jewels and beautiful clothes.
These are beautiful. Oh, could I hug you to show my appreciation?
Of course you can.
There was another bang. Then they were miraculously stood outside of the beautiful palace where the girl lived happily ever after.
I can't believe it. I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Is it real?
Yes, it's real, and you're going to be very happy.
The fairy flew away and the princess began to live a new life. The fairy became the teacher's favourite pupil, top of the class, and was awarded the title Most Professional Fairy in the Universe.
The end.
Woo!